So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The action has already started. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
I see this guy Upamecano as a very modern-day centre-back. Quick, good with his feet, confident moving the ball out of defence. I mean, if you're a team like many of the good ones that like to play out from the back, then this Frenchman really is your perfect fit.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually a big chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Serbia with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Eder Militao with the clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Yamal. Vardiol. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's heaved it away. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Rudiger kept aware. And it is reclaimed easily. And it's Pedri. Pedri going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, what a ball! Takes a shot! Goal! Serbia! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Porto finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Oh, he's burst through! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, important interception. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Wriggles his way through. Pedri.
This is the time you need that pace.
Dembele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Porto are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Dembele. Odegaard! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Porto given another corner. Porto have their second corner now. Iñaki Williams gets it away. Martinez deals with that nice and simple. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's done very well to take that back. Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And the ball is out of play. De Jong. Serbia look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Well, there's the clearance. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Dembele. Takes a big header! Turns and goes back. Flings it across. Upamecano attempts a clearance. Williams. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Danger averted for now. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And he has shown him a yellow card. Guardiola getting this one clear. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And it's made its way to him. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that is a little undercooked. Now it's De Jong. That is a great pick out. Osimhen chasing after it. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Now it's Gakpo. Chouameni.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Gakpo. Now it's Dembele. And the first half is done. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Substituição para o Porto. Número 9. Número 13. Número 41.
That gets things going for the second half.
Número 18.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Porto have got it back and they'll have another go. Yamal cleared without complication. Porto, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
He's found a way through. Gakpo proves just a little bit too strong. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's really well cleared. Look at the space here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Substituição para o Porto. Número 20. Número 10. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 11. Número 15. Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Upamecano has given away a free kick. Upamecano is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Martinez breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Delivery from Mbappe. He gets big! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
De Jong, played into space.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes...
Goes for a shot! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's their second corner of the game. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Porto have the chance to go the other way. Looking for the run. Now it's Saka. Aimed into... He's got tall! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Now it's Haaland, brilliantly cut out. Saka. And it's a corner.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
Porto have their third corner. They've played it short. Pedri crosses. Oh, smashing header! Not the most convincing of passes. And he's quick to get it clear again. And he's whipped it across.
Porto really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Tries to play it through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Now this could be a chance.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And it's Musiala. Pedri. Just 5 minutes left. Looking tidy in possession here.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Pedri. And that was nowhere near his best. Knocks it into space.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
That's really nicely played. That's the keeper's ball. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
We are into stoppage time. Mbappe is onto this. And that was very necessary. And that will be the final act. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the way the manager has stormed down the tunnel lends itself to an almighty telling off for such a timid, docile display.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
I have always rated Lucas Hernandez as a hugely talented player who has really benefited from playing alongside some fine defenders in his youth and now very much reaping those benefits in the way he's moving his game forward.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Messi. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the counter is on. Now it's Gakpo. And it's Pedri. Now it's come to nothing. Well, there's the clearance. Ødegaard. Dembele has it in a wide position. Now it's Osimhen. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Pinches it off him. Great ball if he can get there. This looks promising. And he's managed to get free. Picked out brilliant. Gakpo! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Yamal, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Koundé spots it and intercepts. Can he get it through? And that's gone behind for a goal kick. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Looking to play him in. Dembele, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Osimhen is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And that is out of play. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Porto yet to have an attempt on goal. Yamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Gets to show off his quick feet. And it's Ødegaard. Tries to play it through. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Now, who's going to be first to this? It's a throw-in. That's going to go a long way. Dembele.
Porto really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
no, he's got that wrong. Upamecano. Cross in, looks like a good one. Oh, red, nice interception.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now, can they get him away?
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Now it's Gakpo. Dembele gets flagged offside. And he's quick to snatch it back. Now it's Yamal.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Yamal showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but goes for a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Osimhen! And now they can spring out of defence. Couldn't squeeze it through. And it's Pedri. And he welcomes it in. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And the pass is intercepted. No way through. And here's Dembele. Yamal. It's a pretty loose pass. There's the whistle for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Substituição para o Porto. Número 9. Número 20. Messi. Número 13.
So off we go once more.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Now that's well seen too. And he's there to belt it away. Yamal, great ball and he's in here!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Porto do look as though they've made a half-time... He's tried one! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Upamecano is there to clear. Has been well intercepted.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Chukwuemeka has been caught there, it's a foul. And he cuts out the supply. Serbia appear to be happy to let their front players... That's a foul, no two ways about it. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. And he gets rid in a hurry. Chukwuemeka. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Looking for the run. Tries a measured ball. Konate getting this one clear. Oh, he's been caught napping. And he's gone backward here. Oh, nice touch. Rudiger tries to clear. Now it's Gakpo. Could move up a gear here. Gakpo. And he was quick to react. Konate with the clearance. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Dembele. Dembele going face-to-face with his great rival.
Serbia have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Porto perhaps contemplating their next change here. Pedri. Opts for safety. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Now it's Gakpo. Now it's Pedri. That's the keeper's ball.
Serbia clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Substituição para o Porto. Número 10.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
Oh, look! Shot at goal! He scores! Finally, the deadlock is broken!
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're...
Pedri! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Well seen, saw that coming. Danger averted for now. Konate gets over and intercepts. Is there any great chance? So close to drawing level.
Well, that's the response the crowd were looking for, Peter, and it's applause all round us here.
Mbappe crosses it in. That has been knocked clear. A probing pass. Oh, well measured. Iñaki Williams in acres of space out wide. He is just caressing the ball. It's their second corner of the game. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Serbia nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de
Mbappe
compensação.
receives it in, and a chance! In he goes again! It's a goal! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price.
And the finish! Yes! And they are cruising away. And that is that. Porto have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And already we're underway here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, this team has a great engine room in the shape of this guy, Tchouaméni. The Frenchman being a robust, relentless pressing machine who also excels in ball retention and recycling. I noticed he's surprisingly good at progressing play when on the ball too. Keep watching him.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Could move up a gear here. Odegaard. And the pass is intercepted. Tchouaméni tries to pass it through. Good ball, good take. Great chance! Yes, he's done it! Finally! And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Oh, what has happened here? Now, can they get... Takes a shot! It's a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Oh, he's burst through! Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. No foul, says the referee. Havertz. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And it's De Jong. Dembele looking understandably energised after his goal. Gakpo, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Tchouaméni, Upamecano, and it's Tchouaméni. This is De Jong, and that's been intercepted. And here's Gakpo, deftly away. De Jong. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Yamal. And he's running through. Can he get on the end of this? That's a good ball out wide. Played into the box.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
And he's there to retrieve it. There's no flag. Dembele! Into the lead once more. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Porto go into the lead. Porto heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. And that's a... Osimhen! And he has kept it out somehow.
Osimhen is offering a wry smile there.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Keeper's dealt with that. He's looking wide. Serbia are looking to go forward now. And he's picked it up out wide. Dembele. Oh, good ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Pedri did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That's really well cleared.
Vamos ter minuto de compensação.
De Jong. And it's Pedri. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's managed to get free. Well seen. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Porto are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. So off we go once more. Knocks it into space. Ødegaard can get it clear. Turns back here, probably the best option. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. Pass has gone astray. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Looking for a runner. And he's intervened well there. Gently done. Van Dijk getting this one clear. Threads one in. He's in plenty of space here. Osimhen. And he can clear it away.
Is that the first time we've seen him try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Rudiger gets it clear.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now, what about a counter-attack? And he's been shifted off it. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Pedri. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that pass isn't the best. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe.
Serbia really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Now that's well seen too. Ødegaard. And he's there to clear it.
This is the time you need that pace.
And that could set him on his way. Gakpo engages and forces him off the ball. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Substituição para o Porto. Número 9.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Número 10.
Pass just lacking in accuracy.
Número 13. Vão dar os seus lugares a...
And it's Dembele.
Número 21. Número 18.
Haaland.
Número 11.
And it's Musiala.
Número 7.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
Tchouaméni. Serbia looking to pass their way through. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pedri. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Musiala. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Rodrigo de Paul. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Serbia really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Hernandez. Now then, the ball's come loose. And it's lofted through here. Guardiol attempts a clearance. Mbappe goes steaming forward. Serbia can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Musiala. Musiala will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Saka, nicely weighted ball, played into space out wide. Musiala turns, can he finish? He's done very well to get to that.
Haaland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Porto close now to seeing this one through to the end. Not too much to add on here, just a minute. Saka. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Porto have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Porto definitely came out
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We have already started here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, Aurelien Tchouameni is someone I see as being a real tour de force in that midfield.
Osimhen! Oh, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
That's going to go a long way. And reclaimed it in a trice. Koundé gets rid without sophistication. Now, can they get him away? Played back in. Oh, that was vital. Porto with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Diving header! Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Williams. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Gakpo. Koundé cuts out the pass.
This is the time you need that pace.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking for options for movement. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's an inviting looking ball, that.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And the pass is intercepted. Cleared without complication. Still goalless. That looks a good cross. He's had it taken off him. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's in plenty of space here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Pedri going face-to-face with his great rival. Nkapie picks it up out wide. Gakpo. No foul, says the referee. And here's the chance to counter. And it's Ødegaard. And here's Dembele. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Williams. Havertz. Ødegaard. Has a look and plays it forward. Pinches it off him. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's come to nothing. Chouameni and Guardiol. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Gakpo. Van Dijk does well to stand firm and defend it. He's just misjudged that one.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Williams, he has a look out. Gakpo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Osimhen played down the flank, and that could set him on his way. Dembele, a lovely bit of skill. And it's Koundé. It's a threatening ball. Ødegaard showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Havertz. Koundé. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Konate. Williams. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Played out to the right. It's a good-looking delivery. Pedri gets it away. Could move up a gear here. Now it's De Jong. And that has been clubbed away. And they're back on the ball again. Oh, there's a probing ball. Ødegaard. Osimhen. Great chance! Goal! Porto! And Porto go in front. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next...
And the referee brings the first half to a close. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Porto are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And the second half gets underway. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Serbia looking to pass their way through. Picked out brilliantly. And that's gone loose. Ødegaard. Aimed beyond the defence, and he's picked it up out wide, played in with purpose. Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it, clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Lovely feet. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. Engages and forces him off the ball. And that's been won straight back. Serbia are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Now it's Williams. Shakes to shoot! It's hit the upright. Yamal. And smartly reclaimed. Pedri. Nicely weighted ball.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Yamal finds himself offside.
Substituição para o Porto. Número 9.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Número 10. Número 29. Número 22. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 21. Número
Your
20.
impression so far, Jim?
Número
Well,
13.
it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And here's Haaland. Guardiola. Great vision.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Eder Militao getting this one clear. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And it's Pedri. Haaland! And that is expertly dealt with. Osimhen. That ball looks a good one. He's picked his way through. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And that was very necessary. Tchouaméni cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Tries to pass it through. Osimhen receives it in a wide position. That's very neat. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And it's Pedri. Defending was strong and firm.
Serbia really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, super ball! Nkapie attempts a clearance.
Vamos ter minuto de
Tchouaméni.
compensação.
Not too much to add on here, just a minute. Mbappe threads one in. Oh, robust challenge. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
And there's a lot more to read into this game than just the scoreline.
Obrigado.